Good morning everyone, welcome to Environment Sustainability Committee number 11 of 2021.
Sorry, apologies Councillor, your microphone's off.
It is off. It is on now. Once again.
So good, we heard you anyway. From North Ipswich, I think.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to Environment Sustainability Committee meeting number 11 of 2021 on the 1st of December. I have all committee members in attendance, so there's no apologies. I'll call for any declarations of interest on the agenda. There being none, we move to business outstanding, of which there is nil. I'll call for confirmation of minutes. Confirmation of the minutes of the Environment Sustainability Committee number 10 of 2021 on the 4th of November 2021. Do I have a mover?
Thank you, Councillor.
Councillor Fechner. A seconder? Councillor Kunzelman. Thank you. Does any member of committee wish to speak to the minutes of the previous meeting? No? Then I'll put the motion. Those in favour? It's unanimous and carried. Item 2 is an officer's report on the sustainability strategy. This is a report concerning the submission of the final draft of Ipswich's sustainability strategy to Council for adoption. A final round of community consultation has been undertaken and has internal consultation with key stakeholders. Minor amendments that do not materially change the strategy have been made in response to the internal and community consultation feedback to produce the final draft of the sustainability strategy. Does any member of committee wish to ask questions of the appropriate officer? Thank you, Mayor Harding. I call forward the appropriate officer.
Good morning, Samantha Smith, Senior Sustainability Officer.
Good morning, Ms Smith. Thank you very much for this report. Just in regards to the consultation, we have a very active community reference group in the environment area. What consultation was made with the community reference group on this strategy?
Mainly via the Shape Your Ipswich online community group. But we also undertook face-to-face consultation at a number of different venues across council and across Ipswich. So at all of council's libraries and a number of shopping centres, and then also put on the online survey on Shape Your Ipswich.
Was the CRG directly consulted as a group?
Not specifically,
right?
But again through Shape Your Ipswich on that online forum.
Thank you.
Are there any further questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I just add too, though, that there was good feedback from the community. They were supportive of the strategy, supportive of the action areas that we've identified in the strategy. So, yeah, it's aligned with community sentiment.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Terrific. Thank you.
Committee, the recommendation is that the sustainability strategy be received and adopted. Do I have a mover?
Thank
Councillor
you.
Fechner. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Madsen. I'll open the matter for discussion. Mayor Harding.
Chair, I've had feedback from a number of people from the Environment Community Reference Group who are quite disappointed that Council has not consulted them on this or two other pieces of policy that relate to the environment this year. They are set up to be used. I know we're transitioning to community panels, but this is something that the community would love to get their teeth into. I just want to express my disappointment that this did not go to the community reference group.
Thank you, Mayor. Councillor Fechner.
Councillor Milligan, I just want to speak in support of the adoption of the sustainability strategy. I think that it's a really important piece of work, and whether you use the word embed or underpin, I think that this affects the organisation in its entirety. It's bringing sustainability to the front of all of our minds, and all of the work that we do here in council and will guide us just to keep that at the front of our mind. In time, it will have significant financial implications for us. We heard from Mr. White 2 months ago from procurement that they are very much on board with embedding, the sustainability strategy and some of its focus areas into the way that we procure moving forward. And probably the biggest one for us is energy consumption. We'll need to be looking at greener alternatives, and that will cost us money, but we have to be absolutely committed to that. The adoption of this strategy means that we commit as council to a 50% reduction in carbon emissions by 2026. That's really great, and it's good to call out a number and give us something to work towards. The annual reporting of sustainability to this council will also be really important so that we can celebrate the work that's being done, so that we continue to ensure that it's at the front of every council officer's mind when we think about the work that we do in the organisation. I'm really proud of the work that Environment and Sustainability have managed to achieve over the course of the last 12 months. I look forward to them working even harder, filling a few of their vacant FTEs positions in the organisation and continuing the good work. It's something that the community is very passionate about. We're about to hear from some inspiring young people who were at our Sustainability Summit, and we'll hear about a recap on that later. But, the future is now, and the future is sustainability, and we need to embed it in the discourse. We're elected, we're trusted, with the city, as councillors and the mayor of this city, and we need to be thinking about this moving forward. There's lots of, garbage that you hear on the weekly that comes from all levels of government across the country, climate denialists, people not really considering the science that exists behind some of the risks that face us as a country as well. And I think this goes a long way to securing our commitment to thinking about those things in a more reasonable, rational and well-considered, well-researched way. We will, at the end of the first 12 months of the implementation of this strategy, have numbers that show what our impact on the local environment has been, and I look forward to that. So thank you for, the work on this. I'll continue to fight for our wonderful environment and sustainability arm of this organisation. I think that they do great work, often work that I don't particularly understand, but I know is extremely important, and I'll continue to be on the journey with them to learn from our officers and to learn from the young people that probably know more about which bin to put their rubbish in than we do. So I speak wholeheartedly in support of adopting the sustainability strategy this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Fechner. That's extremely well stated. I also support, I was going to mention before, that also in terms of the development of the sustainability strategy, whether it be any of Council's strategic works, whether it be a policy, a plan or a strategy, that often they interact and touch with other pieces of work. The sustainability strategy, absolutely, as you said, filters into every other thing that this organisation does. The how we do it, the best way that we can do it, and identifying those targets to reach. So it has been a very large piece of work which has been developed by the branch, and we don't have endless resource within that branch either. So I do commend the management and officers of the branch for the dedication in developing that work. And for Ipswich City Council moving forward, this is the work, as you said, Councillor Fechner. It is the now, it's real, and this is our plan for the future. So thank you. And I beg your pardon for speaking out of turn, but I just want to speak to the update of this particular strategy, and that if things change, we as a council can move quite quickly and swiftly to update it. And this strategy, and I don't want to, and this is not
a clapback at the lack of consultation with the CRGs, but in my opinion, the implementation plans are equally as important as the development of the strategy, and I think there might be a place for them to get involved in that. So, yes, we acknowledge that they weren't explicitly called out to be consulted with here, but I don't think that we should just move on, and leave that sour taste in our mouth. I think that we can be problem-solving people, and in the development of these implementation plans, let's promise to get them involved and to continue to get a very interested community involved, moving forward with this strategy. So I just want to call that out and say that there is plenty of opportunity to still have your say as to how this rolls out across our city. So let's look forward to that and the further consultation with our community. There's lots and lots of people passionate about this, and it would be remiss of us not to use those really activated and energetic people to get it done.
Absolutely, and consultation, like any other relationship, is two-way, and I would encourage our community to be proactive as well in approaching council. If they want to have input and feel that their ideas and concerns are required, by all means, we're very open and forward-facing, this organisation. So I'm very sure that committee members, council in general, the mayor and elected representatives, along with the officers of the branch, would receive any feedback and input in the most appropriate way. Mayor Harding.
If I could say, Chair, I wholeheartedly support this sustainability strategy, and been on that journey in shaping this as well, as we all have, and will be strongly supporting this. My only note was the fact that we talk about consultation, that people can contact us, but we have an environmental community reference group that we did not run this by. And so I have mentioned it before, and I just need to be quite clear that it's disappointing that the council didn't use that group, who have given us feedback that they have been bypassed, and this is the third piece of environmental policy that's come to us this year that hasn't gone through them.
Thank you, Mayor. And as an organisation which bases itself on continuous improvement, that I believe and know has been taken and noted by management within the organisation, and we will strive to improve and do better moving forward. Councillor Madsen.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to put out a couple of comments for the public record. I'm very happy that this strategy is at the starting blocks today and ready to go. The Environment Branch here at Council are very passionate about their work, and it's beautiful to see the way they go about their business and what they focus on. For me, this sustainability strategy is a good step forward, and I must say you've just breached on your own beliefs in continuous improvement, and that's something that we share. We've got to always be aspiring to do more for the environment, because a key frustration that I've had for probably 15, 16 years whenever I started paying attention to politics was quite often people make a fiscal conservatism argument that it's going to cost a lot of money to do the right thing. Well, we cannot continue to overdraw the balance on the environment and have that pay the costs for everything else in the economy. It's reaching a point where the material impact on quality of life is going to begin to be experienced by people. There's a great representation here in the room with some school children. We have an obligation to future generations to deliver them a quality of life. It's why I'm involved in politics. I think everybody deserves a quality of life, and we should always be striving to improve that. In regards to the environment, may I just reiterate the points? If it is too expensive, you're not taking it all into account. The environment has been paying the cost for development, paying the cost for a wild raft of government inaction, and the value is there if we realise our natural assets. Everybody in this room will one day become a fossil themselves, and the environment will live on. We need to recognise that the world goes on. We are a very small piece of it, but if we can ensure that this environment continues to sustain life for thousands of years more, that is a very noble thing to do with one's time. Thank you, Russell. Councillor Milligan. Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Madsen. Again, very well stated, and I know I very much appreciate the perspective you often provide for us from the economist perspective, and that is very much a large part of sustainability.
Sustainability measures can actually save the bottom line. There's no more spending.
Yes, saving. Any other member of committee wish to speak? Councillor Kunzman?
I was just noting that part of this plan is...
Microphone.
I was just noting that part of this plan is to consult with surrounding councils, and I think that that's a very important part of this. If we're looking at providing leadership on climate change, we can't say that our responsibilities for climate change end at the boundary of our local government area, and so I'm pleased to see that consultation. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well picked up and stated. We do not live in a bubble, and everything is interconnected with everything else. There's nothing further. I'll just reiterate that the recommendation is that the sustainability strategy be received and adopted. It has been moved and seconded. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? It's unanimous and carried. Item 3, and I'm extremely pleased and excited to be able to point this out, the outcomes of the Youth Sustainability Summit. This is a report concerning the Ipswich Youth Sustainability Summit. The summit was held at the Ipswich Civic Centre on Wednesday the 3rd of November and was a full-day forum for primary school students in grades 4 and 5. The day was designed to educate and inform students on sustainability and to develop and be involved with sustainability projects, innovations or ideas identified as important within their community. Students from Springfield Central State School are attending the meeting here today to provide an overview of their experience at the Youth Sustainability Summit. A video was to be prepared also from the students from Goodna State School, also providing an overview of their experience. The students from Springfield Central State School and teachers are present today for their presentation, approximately 10 minutes. Goodna State School are unable to attend today, unfortunately, due to a conflicting priority, and they'll provide a video in the future that can be made available on request. The students from Springfield students from Springfield Central State School, accompanied by their teachers, are the students Mia Pittman, Michaela Kozlowski, Angel Bust, Trisha Talwar, accompanied by teachers Helen Desick and Michelle Kozlowski. I'll ask a council officer to come forward and present the students.
Just checking that the microphone's on.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jennifer Moritz. I'm the Environmental Events and Partnerships Officer with the Environment and Sustainability Branch. I'm really fortunate to introduce students from Springfield Central State School this morning. They did a fantastic job at the summit. And I know Councillor Milligan had mentioned that he was particularly blown away with what he heard, not only from students here today, but also the students from Goodna State School. So I don't want to leave them off the list because they also did a really fantastic job of presenting their ideas. So I'd love to welcome and have a listen to some of the exciting projects that the students are working on in their own school. And also, I think some of the reflections from the day from the summit. So overall we had 165 students attend the day. We had about 20 adults and teachers. But overall, we had about 200 participants at the summit, and we concluded that with our action plan. So there's some photographs of the day and some of the actions that the students came to towards the end of the day. So welcome to our students from Springfield Central State School.
Good morning. We are the Year 6 members of Springfield Central Sustainability Squad. My name is Trisha. This is Angel, Michaela, and Maya. We are proud to represent the squad today and share some of our current initiatives. So what does sustainability means to me? Sustainability means to me taking care of this environment. If we are taking care of our environment, we are taking care of ourselves. I joined the squad because I wish that there was something related to environment where we take care of it, and the day I found out, I was so inspired to join it. We are here to share a few things about the squad. The squad began in 2018. Mrs. Desick put the call out to interested students who wanted to implement sustainable practices into the school. The squad started having regular meetings and attended the Youth Sustainability Summit in 2018 and 2019. In the first year, the squad would share tips on assembly and collect scraps for the worm farms. This has evolved into buddy classes with younger year levels, doing recycling activities and continuing to do weekly tips and facts on assembly. Fast forward to today. We have 20 Year 5 students and 4 Year 6 students that meet weekly to plan events. We involve other students in our events. This is some things we did recently this year when we started collecting bread tags. We requested clean use jars from our community, and the squad labeled them and delivered them to classrooms. We have had a fantastic response to the bread tag collection, and there are 20,729 bread tags we have saved from landfill and the ocean. The bread tags will be sent off to a company that repurposes them, and the money raised goes towards funding wheelchairs in South Africa. We have also requested teachers place their own markers, highlighters, and into a collection box. The squad will then send them to the Office Works recycling program. My thoughts about the summit are that I learned lots of new things. For example, how worm farms work. And it was very interesting. I hope you know more about Sustainability Squad. Now Angel will continue. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. My name is Angel, and I'm going to be speaking to you about being a part of the Springfield Central Sustainability Squad. I am also going to be telling you about the incredible Action Day we hosted last year. I will also share with you my future goals for the squad after I leave the school at the end of this year. What does sustainability mean to me? It means doing something you do to help the earth and the animals and the environment. I love reusing things and reducing my waste. I saw kids in their sustainability vest actually helping clean the school, and I wanted to do that too. My siblings and my friends were speaking about the squad, and I applied to join. Joining the squad has made me feel really good because I'm actually helping the school to be more sustainable. The squad has been really fun. All the students are really kind. The activities are always interesting. No meeting is boring. In the squad, we love to involve other students. Last year, we hosted an action day for the whole school, where the squad was lucky enough to be a part of Totally Wild episode, where we had a bee expert over to come split our native beehive. The squad got to interview him, and we learned lots about the native bees. We also had a 30-minute question and answer session with Costa. We spoke to him online and asked him lots of questions. He also announced the winners of our first calendar competition. We created some activities for the whole school, like making 3 planet Earths decorated with materials like styrofoam, magazines, and bottle caps. The squad is always finding new ways to involve other students. In 2 to 3 years' time, I want to see the school still with a sustainability squad. I want to see the new sustainability squad bring in an environmental class, which is where the squad does environmental activities with the younger grades. And the whole school doing school cleanup days. I also want to add more waste-free Wednesdays. We have students bring in their lunches that are waste-free, and the class with the most amount of waste-free lunches wins a prize. I truly believe that the little things that matter make a difference. My thoughts on the summit were that I learned so much, like how to compost your waste properly. And if I could, I'd do it all over again because it was so fun. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Michaela. I am in Year 6 at SCSS. I'm going to talk to you about what sustainability means to me, our Oz Harvest Feast program, an exciting initiative that we are starting very soon. Sustainability is very important to me. I am passionate and excited about it. I remember when I first heard about the Sustainability Squad, I instantly wanted to join, but unfortunately I had to wait till I was in Year 5. But when I did join, it was amazing because I knew I was in a group of people who had the same ideas as me. A project that the squad completed at the end of last term was our first Oz Harvest Feast program. Oz Harvest is a food rescue charity, rescuing perfectly good food from places like restaurants, airports, and supermarkets, and shares it with other charities that help people in need. Did you know that food waste contributes to nearly 10% of global greenhouse gases? And also, did you know that if 1/4 of the food currently lost or wasted could be saved, it would be able to feed 870 million hungry people? The Oz Harvest team has taught us how to reduce food waste by cooking some amazing and delicious meals, including banana pikelets, they're the best, and crunchy noodle salad that were both eco-friendly and tasty. I've even seen the Oz Harvest logo on the back of Woolworths delivery trucks. How cool is that? Another project that the squad are hoping to start this year is our popper collection scheme, which is where we collect poppers during breaks and take them to Containers for Change for 10 cents. These funds will help the squad hopefully go on a camp next year and buy some t-shirts with our logo on them. This will help the squad make more of an impact in the school. Now, to finish off my speech, I wanted to say how much I enjoyed attending the summit a few weeks ago. We had the chance to meet other school representatives that are passionate about sustainability as well as to see some awesome reusable products like the cutlery set. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, stay sustainable. It starts with our squad but doesn't end with our school. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Maya and I am part of the Springfield Central State School Sustainability Squad and thrilled to be here. I am here to talk to you about what sustainability means to me, and I hope you enjoy my speech. To me, sustainability means finding a balance between Earth and humans. I believe that this Earth is special and it needs protecting. That's where sustainability comes in. It helps the Earth just a little bit, and we share it with our school so that we can make their environment more beautiful. The last 2 years of being in the squad, I have enjoyed body class, where we took a younger grades class and did a sustainable activity with them, like making posters, singing songs on the 3 R's, and asking them questions about how they could be sustainable at home. At the recent Festival of Learning in October, the squad hosted a whole-day event called the Sustainable Action Day. We invited students from other schools to attend our event that had 2 parts. In the morning, Bob Industry presented a sustainable features workshop. We had to take a landmark or section of land in our local area and transform it into a sustainable place. We learned about the fun law, which is when you make something fun, people want to do it, such as the piano stairs and the bottomless bin that makes more people pick up rubbish to put in the bin that sounds like it has no bottom. In the afternoon, we built a solar body kit. This is a mini solar-powered light that will be delivered to people living in energy poverty. At the recent summit, I was thrilled to be a part of the 2021 Sustainability Summit. I loved how everything we did, the squad and I found a passion in it because it was sustainable activities. I was overjoyed that I got to be one of the many amazing speakers. I love what some of the kids answered to my questions, what sustainability means to me. One example was that someone said
that if we collected all the plastic bottles in the world, we could cover the Eiffel Tower. I got inspired by the other special guests that also shared. I am truly grateful that I got to experience this event since the squad and I couldn't go last year. Thank you everyone, and don't forget to stay sustainable.
Please join me. I think we should welcome and congratulate, the students one more time for their great work. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, students from Springfield Central State School. That was a very informative presentation for committee and the council here. I do note in the preamble that I detailed before that the Youth Sustainability Summit was designed to educate and inform students on sustainability, but I wonder at times who was educating and informing whom. I was absolutely amazed on the day, as I am today, at not only the breadth of knowledge as young people that you have, but the depth that you articulate to the rest of us, and through this forum, this will of course reach the wider community. So I congratulate you on your enthusiasm and your efforts, your dedication, determination to make our world a better place. I'll open for any other member of committee wishes to make any comments. Most certainly.
Sorry, I definitely want to speak to it.
Yes, I was getting a little bit lost in the whole euphoria then. Yes. The recommendation. Yeah, the recommendation is that Council receive and note the outcomes of the Youth Sustainability Summit. It has been moved by Councillor Fechner. Do I have a seconder? Mayor Harding. I'll open it for discussion.
Yeah, thank you to Springfield Central Sustainability Squad. How awesome, very articulate. I do want to bring to the committee's attention a bit of a frightening moment I had just before coming into committee today. I did walk out into the kitchen where the sustainability squad from Springfield Central State School were taking notes on what were in our bins out there and how effectively we were recycling and not sending rubbish to Wasteville. So talking about keeping them accountable at the top, I absolutely support that. But I got a bit of a thumbs up for, you know, the minimal amount that was in the red bin, and the fact that they could see that we were making a conscientious effort to recycle, you know, upstairs here. Just speaking specifically to the day, I think that this is an event that needs to continue and potentially grow. I think that, you know, we hear loud and clear from the young people in our local government area that they know more about sustainability than we ever did when we were in school. I absolutely love that it's embedded in curriculum, you know, across the country, and I think that the future's in safe hands if we've got inspirational young people like this, and, you know, the only thing we can do is support them and ensure that they don't lose that flame or fire moving forward, because, you know, they're the future. When we're long gone, you know, they'll be sitting in these chairs making wonderful, sustainable decisions and probably adopting the 20th iteration of the sustainability strategy in years to come. So thank you so much. I appreciate all that you do for us.
Fantastic. Well said, Councillor Fechner. Yes, I most certainly feel that this is the quality of our future leaders guiding sustainability into the future. I am rest assured that I feel well about my future at that stage. Mayor Harding.
If I may, I was only able to stay for the first half hour of the Youth Summit, so it was lovely to reconnect with you all, and found out that one of the young ladies I used to work with, her mother, on the F111, so it's nice to reconnect there, and just to see on pages 68 and 69 the output, the action items, and just the considerations from the sustainability squads to compost warriors to actions that we can do. It's really fantastic. Thank you very much. And I'd love to see what we can do too to support in the steps to get there, what actions that we can take as leaders in our community to make sure that we are more sustainable. So thank you very much for everything you've done. Keep going.
Any other member of committee wish to speak? No, that being the case, the recommendation is that Council receive and note the outcomes of the Youth Sustainability Summit. It has been moved and seconded. I'll put the motion. Those in favour? It's unanimous and carried. Moving through the agenda, we now come to notice of motion, which there are nil. We have matters arising. I do believe that Manager of Environment and Sustainability has an update on the Traditional Owner Reference Group. I believe that at Council Ordinary at the September meeting, I had resolved to bring that forward to this month's Environment Sustainability Committee, and so I'll just ask Manager of Environment Sustainability to detail that and the process moving forward.
Good morning, Kay Kavanagh, Manager Environment Sustainability. Yeah, just a quick update on a paper that was presented to Environment Sustainability Committee in September around the Traditional Owner Reference Group Terms of Reference. Following that committee, Council met with the representatives from YAP and their legal representatives, and post that agreed to await a response from YAP through Marrawar Law that represents them. Due to that, we're waiting for that response at the moment. The proposal is that we bring that back to committee in February in the new year. So we were to come back in November, but as we are waiting that to postpone that through to February.
Thank you, Ms. Kavanagh. Thank you for the report. I don't believe we need anything procedural from that other than just that as noting.
Noting, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. We don't have any procedural motions or any formal matters moving forward, so I'll declare the meeting closed at 12:01 p.m. and the next committee will commence in 10 minutes. Thank you much, everybody.
Thank you, Chair. Very